The long-awaited next-generation PlayStation is here. The PS5 launched with some great titles like the Demon's Souls remake and Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, but many of the best games are yet to come. We've selected some of the most intriguing PS5 exclusives and non-exclusive titles headed to the platform in the near future. Here are the best upcoming PS5 games for 2021 and beyond. So without wasting any more time, let's start the video. Final Fantasy seems to be returning to its more traditional roots for the 16th mainline game of the series. The new installment is set in the medieval-esque realm of Valisthea, a world littered with towering Mother crystals that grant power and prosperity to the kingdoms surrounding them. However, the fragile peace between the different factions is threatened when a blight begins to engulf the land. Clive Rosfield finds himself amidst this chaos as he seeks to protect his little brother Joshua. We see him both as a young knight and as an adult bent on revenge, although we are not told what put him on the latter path. Unfortunately, the timed exclusive Final Fantasy XVI doesn't have an exact release date yet, but we do have good news. The game's official PlayStation Store page recently switched from TBC, to be confirmed, to coming soon. Nevertheless, the game promises to fix many issues from previous installments, and includes a real-time combat system that looks promising. Combine that with its compelling story, and we have one of the best upcoming PS5 games. Who needs Cyberpunk 2077 when you have Cyberpunk with a cat? Set in a post-apocalyptic future in which humans seem to have disappeared, Stray lets you see the world through the eyes of a lonely feline. You wander around a city that seems to be inhabited solely by robots. We don't know in search of what yet, but that makes the mysterious game and its fluffy protagonist even more intriguing. However, you can expect the titular Stray to behave much like a real cat. The developers from Blue 12 Studio are cat owners themselves, and have said their pet's playfulness and lovingly annoying behavior has inspired them. Stray is coming out in October 2021, as a timed PS5 exclusive. It's without a doubt one of the best new PS5 games you should be on the lookout for next fall. When it came out in 2017, Horizon Zero Dawn quickly became one of the most critically acclaimed PlayStation 4 games. Now, its sequel Forbidden West looks to be following in its footsteps, promising another engrossing open-world adventure. This time, Aloy will explore the Forbidden West, the overgrown ruins of what was once San Francisco. All is not well in this seemingly gorgeous and vibrant area, however. Massive, fearsome machines roam the land, and an unexplained environmental cataclysm threatens to cause another mass extinction. It's Aloy's job to discover the cause and restore balance. Horizon Forbidden West promises to be even better than its predecessor, making it one of the new PS5 games we're the most excited to see in action. Unfortunately, there is no concrete release date yet, but we hope to see it land on the console in 2021. Although it is one of the games we know least about, God of War, Ragnarok is also one of the most highly anticipated. The 2018 God of War reboot breathed new life into the franchise, sending Kratos and his son on a journey through mystical Norse realms. The game was universally praised for its masterful art direction, graphics, music, and more. However, the true standout was the touching relationship between father and son. In short, the sequel rumored to be called God of War, Ragnarok has a lot to live up to. Unfortunately, the short teaser doesn't tell us much. Yet, the title itself is quite the big hint. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok is an apocalyptic event that leads to the deaths of many Norse gods. This is heavily teased in the first game alongside the arrival of a certain god of thunder. It's expected that Kratos and his boy will take on the hammer-wielding deity and other figures of legend in the next God of War installment. It promises to be one of the hottest new PS5 games, and we might get it sooner rather than later. If the teaser is to be believed, God of War, Ragnarok is coming out this year. Colorful, lively, and as entertaining as ever, this is what Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart promises to be. The latest entry in Insomniac Games series sees dimensions merging and collapsing on one another, sending Ratchet & Clank down these rifts at dizzying speed. However, the dynamic duo quickly gets separated. They have to make new allies along the way if they want to take on the evil Emperor. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart looks not only to be a blazing interdimensional adventure, but also a technical showcase for the PS5's new hardware. The console's SSD should make transitions seamless, while the DualSense's adaptive triggers and haptic feedback will make the experience even more immersive. The game is set to drop on June 11th, 2021, so get ready for a title that can make the most of your next-gen console. A Groundhog Day-esque shooter is probably the best way to describe this upcoming PS5 game. Deathloop, as its name implies, has protagonist Colt stuck in a day that endlessly resets. He has to assassinate 8 targets on the island before time runs out, but his job is not going to be easy. Colt has to contend with Julian, a rival assassin whose only mission is to thwart him and to keep the cycle going. To make things more interesting, Deathloop offers many paths you can take. No 2 days are the same. Better yet, the game offers multiplayer gameplay akin to Dark Souls and Vader Phantoms. You can join other players' campaigns as Juliana and keep them stuck in the Deathloop forever. If you are intrigued, you'll be happy to know that you won't have to wait too long. Deathloop launches this May and is shaping up to be one of the best new PS5 games you can buy this spring. Gran Turismo is a staple of every PlayStation console, and the PS5 is no exception. The next-gen console brings with it Gran Turismo 7. This installment of the racing sim looks to be pushing realism to the next level with support for 4K visuals. However, it's also a return to simpler times. The game is reintroducing the fan-favorite duty simulation mode and has changed its interface to resemble older installments. If it is as good as the trailer promises, Gran Turismo 7 could return the franchise to its old glory, allowing it to finally challenge Forza for the racing sim crown. At the moment, there is no exact release date for the game. It will likely drop sometime this year. You've probably heard of the 8th Resident Evil installment by now, Resident Evil Village. It's one of the upcoming PS5 titles that you won't have to wait all that long for, and it puts you right back in control of Ethan Winters. Better yet, Resident Evil Village already offers a non-combat demo that you can sink your teeth into right this minute. Our hero receives a visit from series favorite Chris Redfield and makes his way to a small village in Europe. We don't know where all of his adventures will lead him, but we do know that tall vampire lady Ulcina Dimitrescu is involved somehow. As we said, you won't have to wait too long as Re-Village is due for a launch on May 7th, 2021. So that was all for today. If you like the video, then like the video, subscribe the channel and turn the bell notifications to all for more videos of the channel. Till we see in the next video, this is Ahamd, and you are watching TechnoRS, and I will catch you in the next one.